Hello everybody, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Paul.
And welcome to Smash Chat number 8, what is sure to be the best Smash Chat of all time.
Because crap got real today, people.
Shit got real.
Ugh.
Like, it really did. So, here's what happened. I woke up this morning for work, looked at my phone, and went, wow, somebody got the game early. That's cool. Well, it's probably not a huge deal. I'll worry about it later. Then 5 hours later, my lunch break, I checked Twitter and shit had gotten real. And there were 3 different streamers, right?
Yeah.
All streaming the game, and they were all like at different points in unlocking people from the roster.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
like they had to have been at it like all night because what is it? Kind of similar to you. I just wake up and I see from Kotaku like a post about like the full game being out and people are already unlocking characters and stuff, and my reaction is just like, no.
Yeah.
And I start just pulling up all the Twitches and everything and start like observing and stuff, and oh man, what a rat race to the finish. It was crazy.
That was insane. And then someone, Gemma Yu, who is awesome, played the entire thing and unlocked
went
the full
all
roster.
the way through. Gamu, like a message said, Gamu literally would not sleep until he got that complete roster message. And after Rob came out, he did some training testing and everything, then went to the menu screen, fell asleep even before he closed the Twitch.
Wait, really? I didn't know that. That's really
By the
funny.
end of that, you just see all these messages coming up on the sidebar. It's like, rest easy, you deserve it. You're the best. Seriously, Gamu, props. Great job in unlocking all the characters.
You're
and
awesome.
That dedication.
Whoever you are, you're amazing. So now we have the full roster. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the full roster. We're going to talk about... basically we're going to talk about the full roster, because that's what I want to talk about.
Absolutely.
And also some footage, because I've seen footage of different characters.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about this shit. So, what I'm
roster.
excited about
What are you
in
excited
the full
about?
roster is that Game & Watch is back, because he might be like my new favorite. He's not really my new favorite character. He's been one of my favorite characters in Smash.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that he's back and they didn't get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm excited about. I am excited that Duck Hunt Dog is in, because I will play the shit out of Duck Hunt Dog. I'm telling you that.
He looks pretty funny. Like, what is it? When it first showed his pictures and stuff, I thought it would be like a few ducks like flying around him or something.
No, he just has
It's
one.
just one duck just chilling on his butt.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
It's like, so.
And then he summons like old Wild West shooters from different NES games.
That's
crazy. I know I recognize like a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know I recognize them from something. So I
Yeah.
played the game.
Right.
I just, for the life of me, I think one of them was called Wild West.
Okay.
And I think that was one of them. But there's a guy in a sombrero and a poncho. And I can't remember what he's from, but I know I played the game.
And I don't know if you saw his final smash. Did you see his final smash?
It's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just shooting up someone.
It's kind of cool. I was like, oh my god, so it was like a true NES flashback. That's really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, we've said this before, but I mean, they're doing like major props to like these original retro series.
Yeah.
And like you can see this with Duck Hunt Dog bringing back all these Wild West guys, and at the same time with Pac-Man bringing back all these like crazy 8-bit moves and stuff.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. I mean, it's really cool, and so I'm really excited about Game & Watch. Really excited about Duck Hunt Dog. I'm also I really like the look of Palutena in this game, a lot more than I thought.
Oh, okay.
She looks really interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and I've just seen a little bit of footage here and there. She just looks interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I really think my main character is probably going to be Rosalina.
Oh, okay.
I don't care how hard she's going to be to play. Like,
that's
Rosalina.
the thrill out of it, you know?
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's a good point. So I'm really excited for this game in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who are you excited about on the full roster? And then we'll talk about cuts.
Oh,
because that does suck.
Well, let's see here. Of course, I'm most excited for Greninja. That will never
Yeah.
change.
Mhm.
And I did see a little bit more footage of him, and just, of course, these people were just going through classic mode like 10 times over to try and unlock everyone.
Mhm.
And I saw him. I think he might have been Shulk or Samus or someone.
Yeah.
And seeing him next to a computer Greninja. Greninja still moves a lot faster,
Okay.
you know?
Awesome.
Like, I don't know, of course, I love that, but I'm a little scared on the back of my head. I feel like I have this curse of liking the character that ends up being the cheapest, like, because, like, I was in love with Meta Knight
Yeah.
the instant they revealed him. Just because I love Kirby
Yeah.
Superstar. But, what is it?
I don't think you have to. You can't worry about it.
Okay.
Because I really, it's like just
Yeah.
if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You just let it happen.
I just wouldn't like Greninja to have, like, a incredibly high visibility of speed
Yeah.
over every character
Everybody,
in the game.
yeah.
That'd be a little
I don't
crazy.
think so.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, it's kind of a possibility. We'll see how it happens. The game does seem slow on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And slow in the air. I mean,
Yeah.
it's slower, definitely. But I mean, that's fine. So I mean, it just maybe it'll be a big deal, but
But
I mean,
just
we'll have to
just in general, seeing computers move has my confidence a little more up about
Yeah.
the overall
Yeah.
speed. Because also, what is it? When Gamiyu unlocked Rob, it was moving really fast too.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So that's cool. But back to
Oh,
your
yeah.
original question.
Oh
about
yeah,
the,
who else?
about the roster. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna say I'm probably most intrigued by Shulk besides Greninja,
Okay.
because like I'd really like to test him out, because I love that his transformation ability and this idea of constant adaptation,
Okay.
like it within a second kind of thing.
yeah.
For
yeah.
both you and your opponent
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like, I
It's
think
kind of cool.
someone who could really master Shulk could really trip up anyone. Not just using each mode to their advantage at a certain time, but just to change the pace of battle every second kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
Just that idea really,
Yeah.
really gets me excited. And other than that, I'm still really excited for the Miis.
Okay. All right.
Loving customization as always.
Yeah.
I think I'll have a lot of fun with them.
I'm not a huge fan, but that's okay. I mean, I think it'll be kind of cool. We'll see what happens. I mean, let's talk a little bit about cuts
Mm-hmm.
before we get into other characters, because I mean that's who we're most excited about. And I personally am just gonna say right off the bat, I think this list is good. I think it's good. And really, I look at the list and I'm like, okay, there's some interesting characters here. I'm actually really interested in Villager. Did not think that was gonna happen. But I'm fascinated by him actually, and I really want to play him more.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm really not too interested in him, but I definitely am curious, because it doesn't seem like his special moves or anything go together at all.
It's kind of
like
weird.
at first glance.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he just looks interesting. But
yeah.
I mean, so some of that is surprising me. Like, I actually do want to try out Bowser Jr. I wasn't interested at all first. Now I kind of saw more of him and I'm kind of interested.
Oh, yeah.
I like all of the returning characters. So I think overall, I'm happy with this roster. But there is definitely one big thing missing. And that's, to me, that's Ice Climbers.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
It sucks. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh. I'm
overall,
kinda
this character list, a lot of good choices, but a couple really baffling dumbass ones, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, Ice Climbers is, okay, it's homage to its own franchise and a super retro series, which is what they've been pushing for so much, and they're a hardcore veteran and one of the most unique characters in the game,
Yeah.
which
That's
like
the
brings
thing.
about its own style, and you bring Dr. Mario back?
Okay, so that's the thing that I'm a little like, what was your plan? Like, why did Dr. Mario come back, but you decided not to make Ice Climbers return? That's the confusing thing to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, so Dr. Mario skipped a game, which is weird. And I guess you can model him after Mario again, but why not Ice Climbers?
How
Why not
much?
put the resources back into Ice Climbers?
Yeah.
I mean, you apparently built every character from scratch again.
Mm-hmm.
So you did that with Game & Watch. You did that with Dr. Mario, but you didn't do it with Ice Climbers? Ice Climbers are so unique.
Absolutely.
There's nothing like them, really. And the only thing that equates is Rosalina and Luma. But that's
Which
different.
still isn't the same.
It's still not the same.
Exactly. And I mean, cutting Ice Climbers alone is hard enough to deal with, but has a grain of sand of understanding. But then you bring back one of the least interesting clones of the franchise.
And I mean, I really think that it was more of a decision about where we want to go with gameplay. And they were like, well, Ice Climbers is going to be too laggy because they are keeping it at 30 frames per second. It was either that or it was...
Really? I thought it was 60.
Oh, sorry. Not 30, 60. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Best possible frame rate, best possible graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's difficult to render with 8 different characters on screen. And especially considering that Nana is her own AI, maybe they ran into difficulty, so they decided to cut it. It's either that, or it's the fact that they were really making gameplay changes, which they've made. You can't grab immediately after grabbing again. Did you see that?
Really?
You can grab, and then it's a full second before you grab again. So there's no chain
interesting.
grabs.
Oh, okay. So I'll be honest, I didn't read in depth about that chain grabbing. I automatically assumed that the gravity is off and down throwing they would just float too high.
No, that's not what it is, because Mario's down throw doesn't send you anywhere. You literally just can't grab again. That's all they did.
Oh my word.
So that's weird, first of all. I
Yeah.
understand why they made the decision, because just to get the easiest way to get rid of chain grabs is just make it so you can't grab again.
Yeah.
And then you can keep physics the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense to me. But maybe they saw that and then they went, okay, Ice Climbers are out. And they got rid of Ice Climbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess.
Because Nana would be in there and would implement chain grabbing, and
exactly.
they would have a huge advantage over everyone else.
You can't ignore the fact that people desynced, because people desynced in Brawl.
Yeah.
So they had to have seen that, and then maybe they went, maybe it's not enough, because Nana's going to get rid of that requirement.
Right. Because there was a huge gravity factor in Brawl.
Exactly.
Which may have been their first solution to eliminate chain grabbing.
And it didn't work.
But then they had the weird horizontal sliding thing with some characters.
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
Anyway, Brawl's in the past.
Yeah, it's
new topic.
So it sucks. It sucks that Ice Climbers is gone. I am disappointed because I do like Ice Climbers a lot. You know, I've always been terrible with them. I can't control them, but they've been a fun character.
They were fun and always really interesting.
You know, and I get it. They haven't had a game in a while. They're definitely not a mascot like an outside mascot like Pac-Man, you know, Sonic, Mega Man, stuff like that. But to bring back Dr. Mario, it brings in a little bit of like, and Game & Watch brings in a little bit of like, okay, really?
Well, just the recognition part. Rob doesn't have a leg to stand on in any sense of the word.
No, I totally agree.
And the only thing We Fitness Trainer has is it's a new thing.
Yeah.
And they want that recognized.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Which makes sense that they would add that.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's enough. Like, I would say just the game engine is their only internal excuse for this.
Yeah, and I think that might be what it is. I really do.
I would really like to hear a comment from Sakurai about this. Not like bashing him or anything, like, even though a lot of people would want to for a few reasons of this character roster, but like just a legitimate, reasonable question. Why'd you cut Ice Climbers?
Yeah.
It's like, well, game problems. It's like, okay,
that makes
just
sense.
Explain it to me, you know? Yeah.
So, Ice Climbers, that sucks. Some other characters, and honestly surprising.
Mm-hmm.
because it's Ice Climbers. I kind of assumed they'd be back, but I guess not. Couple people that aren't back that are not as surprising. Lucas, it perfectly makes sense.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a Mother game in I don't know how long.
Mother.
You're gonna keep Ness in if you're gonna keep anybody.
Yeah, no, not much Mother love ever from Nintendo.
Exactly. So you're gonna keep Ness in.
Yeah.
Lucas is gone. Fine. Wolf also kind of makes sense. There hasn't been a Star Fox game in a while, although I'm surprised this new Star Fox game's coming out. They didn't take the opportunity to add more Star Fox characters in. They just have Fox and Falco.
You know,
weird.
I still say Wolf was cool, was better than Dr. Mario.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how Dr. Mario plays a little bit more, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So then, those two. Then Snake. Snake makes a lot of sense. Licensing issues, I'm sure, got nightmarish.
Yeah,
they're working
like
with
that's
Namco
understandable,
Bandai.
but again, another really hard hit to take for players, you know, because he was also a really unique character.
Yeah. So Snake's gone,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's someone else.
Mewtwo, not
right?
coming back.
Mewtwo not coming back, which I'm also not surprised at all. I mean,
I was iffy about the whole situation, you know, just because like I said before, like X and Y gave a lot of first gen love, and like Mega Mewtwo was the first Mega they ever advertised, kind of thing. So it's
That's
like
true.
Maybe, but
Mewtwo is very popular, but it just seemed like not popular enough. So
yeah, I mean, before this happened, Mewtwo was the only non-clone to get cut.
Yeah.
In like the whole series, but now we're on this road where it seems like, you know what, I don't know what the frick is going to happen next.
Yeah,
next
I mean,
game
it's
kind
definitely up in the air. So, I mean, those are the people that are cut, and it kind of, I mean, the Ice Climbers one is the one that really kind of was like, oh, really? Like, that sucks. The rest of them totally live with it. Like, in fact, honestly, if those are the characters you're going to cut, fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I personally, I would have liked to have seen Wolf. I think I was just disappointed at the Brawl stage. Like, I was happy when I first saw him, and then it's like, he's a third Fox clone? Seriously? Yeah. It's like, but Wolf, just as a character in general, is really, really cool, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So, that was a little rough.
Yeah.
Big hit for the Earthbound franchise not having Lucas.
Yeah.
You know, I feel bad for them because like Nintendo never gives them much love at all.
No,
you know?
And I just it sucks. I mean, it's a very well known series, so at this point they might as well keep Ness in.
Oh yeah.
But it sucks that they were kind of like, okay, well, goodbye, Lucas. Like, that sucks for Earthbound fans.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think what this rendition has really showed that it's important to keep a single flag in each country, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, and here's the other thing, you know, these retro characters, Ice Climbers, you know, maybe Rob's going to be an example of that. Maybe they're going to keep rotating out for other retro characters they bring in for one game each or 2 games each. Because maybe, you know, Ice Climbers was in 2 games, maybe Rob will be in 2 games, he won't be in the next couple. I could see that happening. Like, we'll bring in retro characters for fun, but we're not attached to them.
You know,
they're not the ones that everybody is clamoring for.
Right.
You know, because that, like we've talked about this before, they're not super listening to the competitive community.
Oh,
especially with characters.
Absolutely.
So
not.
When the competitive community says we were like Ice Climbers, and they're the only ones, that's not many people in the general audience. So maybe they're just like, okay, we'll put in a couple retro characters every game, but we're not super attached to the ones we already have.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that could make sense and could be really beneficial for, like, the more of the fandom community. Because if they keep rotating out retro characters, that'll give them more room to expand their, like, main roster.
Yeah.
For more interesting characters, you know? Like, like I said to you before that like I feel like the main thing that was lost in this iteration of Smash was the representation of like going deeper into the characters of a franchise.
Yeah.
Like other than representing their latest or their oldest kind of thing, you know. Yeah, nothing from Metroid, no Ridley, which
Mm-hmm.
is I don't know. It's just kind of unbelievable at this point that there isn't more.
I mean,
Well,
here's
besides
the thing
the
about
fact that Ridley's huge.
exactly. Here's the
Yeah.
thing about Metroid. Who are the known characters? Samus and monsters.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
and really, who's the one known monster? Ridley.
Yeah.
Is Ridley really a fighter type character? He's a huge boss.
Is Duck Hunt
He's
Dog a fighter type character?
He's a character.
Yeah.
He's human sized.
That's true. But I don't know. I feel like the world wouldn't end if they shrank Ridley a bit and made him like Charizard or Bowser kind of thing, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right.
I definitely get where you're going, you know? I feel like I don't know, like, besides Mario, I don't know how far they'll expand their greatest known franchises. Like, I don't know if they'll ever continue to expand Donkey Kong or Zelda or Metroid.
I think that Metroid is going to stay the way it is unless there's a game that comes out
Like, right
really
on the dot. kind
that
of
really revitalizes the franchise and brings in a new
Mhm.
character. Donkey Kong has been struggling. I mean, the new Donkey Kong Country did okay, didn't do amazing. I honestly thought Dixie Kong was a huge possibility in this list.
Yeah.
She's not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But that could change if Donkey Kong gets really big. We don't know. I mean, things can happen. The other thing that I'm thinking is going to happen is that Fire Emblem is going to keep getting bigger.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the last game just exploded.
Yeah.
Like crazy, which is totally
And
understandable why they have two new characters there. It's like, oh, they are paying respects to a lesser known franchise. It's like, no, the franchise became known. That's why, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and and it makes a lot of sense.
That's
and
why.
I think if there's another game, especially a Wii U game that comes out that's
Uh-huh.
Fire Emblem, that could definitely blow up more.
Absolutely. And of course, what is it? You got two more Kid Icarus characters,
Mhm.
which isn't surprising at all,
So-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think very many people are thrilled for Dark Pit.
So I was just going to say that. Those are my only two problems with this entire roster is Dr. Mario and Dark Pit. If you got rid of Dr. Mario and replaced him with Ice Climbers, and then you did something with Dark Pit, whatever that may be,
Mm-hmm.
I think this list would be damn near perfect.
Yeah.
For me personally, that's the perfect list.
I'm kind of underwhelmed by Lucina, too. Though I think a lot more people are just happy she's in here. 'Cause
Yeah.
she is her own character. Well, even in a literal sense, Dark Pit and Dr. Mario are clones.
Yeah.
You know? They're, yeah, you have the name of the original character and this new character kind of thing. You know.
So, anyway, I don't know. I mean, and I know people are probably going to say clones don't take up, space. Like, they don't take up resources for developers. I disagree with that statement. I think they definitely do.
You have slight adjustments on the characters. It's space. You know?
Like, I don't know. I feel like the developer has to use resources on these things because they're building these characters from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
No way they're just going to take Mario, they're just going to do a Dr. Mario thing. Besides, if you got rid of both those characters and gave both those resources to Ice Climbers, you can do that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm obviously pissed about Ice Climbers. That's the only thing I'm angry about.
Yeah.
But everything else...
Screw the resources thing. We got Mii fighters in there. You could have 10,000 Miis. With customizations. They're fine on resources. Screw that. No excuse. Get those gross clothes out of there. Ugh.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, generally, I'm happy with this list. I think it's good. I'm excited to play with a lot of these different characters.
You know,
See what they play like.
Honestly, I look at this list and I'm like, there isn't really anyone I'm dying to see in Smash, Besides, like, some iffy characters who could have possible licensing issues and stuff like that,
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anyone you feel is just, well, besides the ones we talked about, like a newcomer that could really make things better, or you would like to see?
Like a newcomer? I like Golden Sun.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see Isaac. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
That's one of those iffy ones,
Yeah.
Because it's not completely Nintendo, kind of Nintendo, but not kind of thing.
Yeah. And honestly, Rosalina was the one that I really wanted. And now that she's here, I'm kind of like, well, all right. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I can't really think of a newcomer that I really want. There are so many obscure NES and older game titles that I would look to.
Oh, yeah.
You could definitely go deeper within the Zelda universe and find a couple. That would be interesting. Outside of saying I want the boy and his blob, I have no idea. Do you even know what the boy and his blob is?
No, I do
All right,
not.
here's the thing. Here's what's gonna happen. Whoever comments on this video with the boy on his blob and tells me what the strawberry jelly bean does to the blob, I will shout you out in like every video I make for a week. Tell me what the strawberry jelly bean does.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And you are the best person ever. Because I need someone else in my life who knows who the boy in his blob is. I'm going to show you that afterwards. Don't worry about it. But seriously, outside of really obscure games that no one knows about, I really don't think there's much anybody that I can
honestly, if I think of characters, it's just like, oh, Dixie Kong, or King K. Rool, or looking into the Pokemon franchise. Oh, this Pokemon, that Pokemon would be cool.
Yeah.
Or what is it? A couple cool villains way deep in the Kirby universe. It's like, okay, I'm at the point where it's like, any other characters I can think of is deep in the core of a certain fandom,
Yeah.
Which I don't think Nintendo or Sakurai shoots for.
Generally not.
Yeah.
So that's
I think Greninja is the strangest choice out of all of these.
Yeah.
Which it kind of makes
Greninja
sense.
and Duck Hunt Dog.
Yeah.
We were talking about they might be choosing retro characters. We don't really know that. And Duck Hunt Dog is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Absolutely. That was just like a total dream for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the final roster. You can see it. We'll link it in the video so you guys can see it if you haven't already. But
yeah, and it's still up in the air for DLC. At this point, like, all the rumors and stuff could be like smoke, or there could be a DLC kind of thing.
Yeah, there definitely could still be DLC. I would not be surprised at all if there was.
I'm telling you, I'm really weirded out by those empty spaces.
Yeah, that's very true. You have a very good point.
We still got a little mystery left.
There's a little mystery.
Which is nice.
We'll see.
Because everything else the secrets have been out, and it's like, this is it.
Everything's spoiled.
This is it, people. Right here in your face.
At this point, I'm like, people, it's 2014. I knew it was going to be streamed. I didn't know it was going to come out early.
Yeah, that.
But I knew the minute it came out in Japan, there was going to be video everywhere.
It's like Japan instant. No, not even that. No, a couple days before.
Yeah, that's true.
This is our generation.
That's
Holy moly.
very true.
Which, I wanted to talk about this a little too. Do you think that... Oh, well, I guess two things. First one leading into the other one. I'm wondering if the Nintendo Treehouse will do anything at all to extend from these leaks or benefit on its own. Have you
I
heard
don't
the
know.
Treehouse? They're gonna have Friday.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's 5 hours of 3DS Smash right there, and we've
Yeah.
just found out everything.
I mean, here's the thing. Sakurai and generally Nintendo Japan are a little more old school.
Yeah,
So they're like, people that got the game early, nobody knows about that.
yeah.
It's just a few hardcore people. They don't know that Kotaku and Game Informer are already leaked everything. They don't know that it's everywhere. And I don't think they care. So they'll probably show a video like, look, it's Duck Hunt Dog, and expect everybody to be really excited.
I mean, it was.
I'm not surprised.
It was
if
exciting when
that, if that
Shulk.
happens.
It was exciting when Shulk was officially announced, but that's when we had a
Yeah.
picture and like 2 seconds of really crappy footage.
Yeah.
It's like basically Pandora's box has been opened with this kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's a
and
little
everybody
different,
knows.
and we've been bombarded
Yeah.
with all the spoilers and stuff. And it's like
Mhm.
I don't think they'll be able to pull off anything exciting if they try to re-announce the new material.
And they're gonna try.
Yeah.
They're gonna announce something. It's supposed to be exciting, and everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, we know, like we
Uh-huh.
already know."
Yeah, absolutely.
It,
It's like even seeing Duck Hunt Dog in this, them unlocking it after seeing him for so long, it's like it took so much out of me, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh cool, I can see his moves now. Yeah, I've known this for a while. Oh look, the roster is exactly what we saw a month ago.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That's
You know?
a really good point.
Which I guess takes me to my second point. Do you think Nintendo and other companies will gear their previews and reveals or tactics to combat leakers like this in the future?
I don't know. I know that Sakurai's pissed because if I know anything about him, I know he's very secretive about this.
Yeah.
So I know he's probably pissed. Probably because he just doesn't understand. He just doesn't get it. He's like, how could they leak? Why would they leak? Why would someone do that? He just seriously think a lot of stuff just goes over his head a lot of the time, which is fine. Whatever. So I don't know. I think they would. I think they're gonna crack down on that. The other part of this is they might just kind of shut down trying to keep things secret and just announce stuff ahead of time before it ever really had a chance to get leaked and build hype that way. And then not worry about these big character trailers and these big reveals and everything else. Do that months ahead of time and then build hype like the way normal fighters do.
Yeah.
That might be the kind of model they go with.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
what would be good is if, they do unveil all the characters way before the game. But I think the hype and build up and stuff is really good for them because they can harness all that trafficking so well,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And I just asked that question because in the back of my head, this is just another far off dream, but I'm thinking Sakurai and other people from Nintendo are somewhere, and it's like they're like, oh, you think you had us beat, blah 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 blah, and at this treehouse they unveil a DLC character or something.
Okay, that would be awesome. That would be 100% awesome. Don't get me excited.
Just a far off dream.
Don't
Just
get
a
me
far
excited.
off dream.
Because now I'm thinking like, oh shit, maybe you're right. No, you're probably not, but still, now, oh, god damn it, now my hopes are high. There's no going back,
The
Paul.
gray spaces, man. The gray spaces.
There's no going back.
Keep dreaming. We have to.
Okay, I will fully admit, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Hey, maybe they do. Maybe in Nintendo Treehouse they say, hey, we're going to be doing DLC. Boom, Ice Climbers trailer. And then just drop the mic and walk away. That would be an awesome scenario.
You have much to learn, Leaker.
That would be an awesome scenario.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It'd
We'll see
be
what
nice
happens.
because I do really hate this like zapping completely all the mystery out of this. Kind
Yeah,
of thing,
I get it. It does kind of suck, but it's the nature of it, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean,
it's
definitely,
life, it's the future.
yeah, it's definitely changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people want to know and they're going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
So, alright,
Yeah.
well, that was our discussion on the Smash 4 roster.
Yeah.
If you guys want to tell us what you think about the roster, what you like, what you don't like, bitch about Snake not being in there, because I know a lot of people are already doing that.
Bag on Dr. Mario.
Bag on
please.
Dr. Mario. Yeah, please bag on Dr. Mario. Well, yeah. You can find us at facebook.com/thefanvoicepodcast.
YouTube.com/thefanvoicepodcast.
Twitter at fanvoicepodcasts.
Our email, fan@thefanvoice.com.
And our website, fanvoice.com, where you can find, we're going to be posting more news if it comes out. We'll see what happens at the Treehouse if something big gets revealed.
And yeah, we got that. And also just a Smash League post we got going. We'll probably be continually updating like little information here and there.
Yeah.
We got the full roster and a couple other little tidbits. Right now we got on there a new boss after Master Hand and Crazy Hand, which is pretty cool. A couple final smashes unveiled, a level, and we'll probably be putting in more stuff like there to like kind of like encyclopedia
Definitely
kind of thing. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep checking that post. We'll update it.
Yeah.
We'll see if Ridley's in the game as a stage hazard. So.
Yes.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Later.